And we're live.
Heyo.
Some of us are barely live.
Yeah, I was gonna say barely.
Dude,
barely alive.
I don't know what I did this weekend, but I cannot move my neck fully freely. Like I have
know what you
very
did.
limited range of motion.
You have to Batman turn. You have to Batman look.
You're not even the one that sits on
Justice!
the couch.
Vengeance.
Or with
Where
Braden.
is she?
I was gonna say, Nick, you didn't sleep on a couch. You and Braden spooned.
At
Yeah.
Nick's house I did.
But you know
Oh,
what?
That's correct. You did.
No
I'm
one
sorry.
spooned quite as hard as Morgan and
And
Kamani.
Kamani.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was adorable.
That
Not
was
due to lack of trying.
something.
I tried to when Kamani was at Pete's, and he said, "No, we are toe to toe, not fro to bro."
Bro,
funny,
bro.
When Kamani was here for Monday night into Tuesday, I was like, I'm all like entertainment out. Like I can't wrangle or entertain or host or whatever. Like, bro, we're hanging out on a couch and there's going to be some casting. So let's go. We literally like sat, I think we hung out. We had some dinner. We drank a little bit.
That's a porn joke.
And we just sat there and watched like random YouTube channels, like woodworking and some other stuff for probably all night. Like probably, I think till like 1 a.m. And he, of course, he had to get up at 4 a.m. to go to the airport,
Rough.
which is real rough. Yeah. I actually, I got up with him and I like walked over, like knocked on the door, like, hey. And he's like,
Did
I'm
you
up.
get up with him
I'm
just
up.
to make sure he leaves?
Well,
Get out.
I got up at like 3:45 or whatever, and right around that time, Junie was waking up too, so it kind of worked out. Changed the diaper, woke up Kamani,
Changed
changed his
took a
diaper,
pee, checked on Kamani.
changed
his
Kamani's
bro.
diaper. I'm also gonna try this flannel fest that you guys left here. So live
Is it
review.
Which one?
I didn't have any of those beers. I had
Yeah, wait.
0 of those beers.
I don't think I did either.
I don't
Really?
think I got my TJ beer, and that's the only one I wanted.
Oh, the tall boy. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
You also. Oh, my neck.
What? Yeah. What? How much stuff did we leave behind? Hold on. Hold on. Let me move
The
this
juice
window.
pack you left last year
Just throw
that
that
I
thing away.
tried to give to you,
Just throw it away.
and then you left it in a car again.
Don't throw away my hoodie.
Oh yeah,
It's-
Dan's hoodie. Where's
burn it.
that?
It's dysfunctional. It smells probably.
It's where?
That thing should have been gone
Okay.
with his suitcase.
Did you hang it outside the house?
No, apparently
that
Emma says
hoodie.
we washed it, so we need a new washing machine now.
Wash
Ugh.
it 6 or 7 times, please, and thank you. What's
Uh,
up, Morgan? What's up,
To
everybody?
live chat. Hey
Oh,
Morgan.
Saw some
Morgan's
of you
here.
at Maker Camp.
Morgan up.
I texted Morgan. I've got a bone to pick with his ass.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
this
Someone,
this is a family show.
As we were leaving, I went to grab the Maker Camp map that I was giving away, or that I'm going to be giving away shortly.
Which had a logo on it.
And it had a logo on it,
Uh-huh.
which is not allowed.
No.
And
Can we talk about that in the actual episode? Can we get in the nitty gritty of that?
We'll
I'm
talk
in.
about it a little bit.
But I asked Morgan, I'm like, hey, just, if anybody wants it, just have them give you cash or something like that. And I'm going to take this unless you guys want to ship it back to me, because we were leaving pretty early on Sunday. And he said, no, don't worry about it. We'll ship it just directly to the winner. It's totally fine. I made sure the box is still there. Guess who messaged me about, hey, I have one of those, referencing the picture that I posted today in my stories. Give you a hint, Austin from Maker Camp.
Oh,
Somebody
no.
left it at the Onefinity booth.
So I guess you're making another one?
Depending on if the winner wants that one, or if they win, they want somewhere else. This could work out okay, where I'll just give it to Maker Camp
Oh, yeah.
and make.
I
a
mean,
new
it
one.
does have their logo on it, which is totally not allowed.
They are not allowed.
Illegal.
But I blame Stone. I saw the stories. This apparently Sunday night was.
Oh.
That's the Rager night.
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
everything winded
Yeah.
Everybody went down to that dive
Oh,
bar.
people went
Yeah, they looked
down.
like a great time.
Yeah.
I just need you guys to know I've already booked the flights for next year, and we're staying 3 extra days.
No.
Pete's going to
No.
hate us.
No, we're just gonna get
I think my
Airbnb for all the
wife's gonna
nights.
hate you.
Yeah, I think you got to worry about Megan more than unless she comes
Yeah.
and you get a cat sitter
Along
for
comes
the.
along.
Oh, well, both. He's got to do the one so that she's cool with the other one.
Wait,
you got to
cat
get.
sitter? I thought cats were just fine. Like you just chuck some food and they scrounge.
Oh no, we bougie.
Ugh.
They get like home cooked meals. They have different diets. Some of them have probably medicine
Prozac.
that goes in. Yeah, medicine.
Hmm.
Yeah, that cat life.
Just bring the cats with. I'm half tempted to not tell Pete and just bring Chase with me.
There you
No,
go.
no.
you say no?
He will be. Him and you will be staying in a doghouse, aka you'll be camping in the shed with the lumber.
I
At
mean,
the
that
rate
could be nice.
Yeah, at the rate that we're packing people into Petrie camp, that might actually have to happen anyway.
Yeah, we were over capacity at my house. I mean, Kamani and Braden were literally toe to toe sleeping on an L couch, which
Everybody had a spot.
had enough room.
Nobody had the cuddle.
I'm surprised that like
Not at
Nick
Pete's
was okay.
house.
Nick, how be real? Like, how bad was the couch?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I've
It
slept
just
on that
wasn't very
couch.
wide.
Yeah, like you
I
max
sleep in a
out.
king.
I know.
Oh, look at this guy flexing over here.
I am big
I
king.
sleep in a king.
Yeah, that's the big
I mean,
downside
I get
with
2
it.
feet of the king, but
He sleeps in an Iowa king.
Oh, is that like a California king, but more corn?
Yeah, it's filled with corn.
very lumpy.
It's instead of satin sheets, they're corn sheets.
Just a bunch of corn husks.
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice.
I'm getting scratchy just thinking about it.
That's the herpes.
Here's the thing. So, Nicholas, it was not Nick on here. The other Nicholas Ruffcom. I'm probably saying that terribly. I
corn.
have been thinking
go.
about doing some kind of corn. Sorry, I can't like look down at the text because my neck hurts. I've been thinking about doing some kind of maker meetup or having Adrian host like Friends on a Farm just here in Jersey, where it's a little closer to some people on the East Coast. If we have like 30 people here, I don't know if my septic can handle it.
He could barely handle Nick Brim by himself.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, that was all fluid.
Oh no. Oh no.
That was- I was good not knowing the consistency, Nick.
I was feeding the boys nothing but just like greasy meat and cheese, and their bodies did not cooperate.
Mine did.
Dan's always does.
Mine was fine.
My stomach was doing backflips all the way back to Omaha.
Oh no, that poor plane. It's a good thing you sat so close to the bathroom.
We were very
Oh,
close
you
to the
sat
bathroom.
directly next to me on the way there or on the way back. Oh no.
No. Jesus.
I wanted to start a fight, and I didn't tell Dan or Nick this. I made no comments, but I wanted to start a fight on our flight back because the people directly behind us, and it was not a full flight, so there's plenty of room. People
Yeah, there were some
directly-
open seats behind us, completely open rows.
directly behind us. Every light, and I swear, like the lights that plane had, they were basically just a bunch of Nick's flashlights. And then the people in front of us, they were the people that don't live in a society, and they're like, "Oh, these recline, bitch."
Yep. Before
was
even
like-
takeoff, they were like,
Yeah. I thought about getting a flight attendant and being like, "Crank these bitches up."
Yeah, I love it when a flight
Upright.
attendant comes by and they're like,
I
"You have to
didn't-
bring it up." Like, that's right, biatch.
I didn't realize Braden was a Karen. This
No,
is
no, no.
odd.
I
Weird.
was more in a tizzy than I was when you leaned over me on the flight there and said to a perfect stranger, "Who are you voting for?"
I said it aggressively too.
You did.
It was very
It wasn't like an ask. It was like a demand. Who are you voting for?
It was aggressive.
That's a strong opener. This is not the year to
I
do
don't know
it.
why I did it. It could have been the Bloody Marys talking.
Geez. Well, I dropped you guys off and I had a great drive home. I don't have to deal with any noise. I put it on audiobook. It was great. Oh, I miss
Did you
silence
put it
so
on
much.
cruise control and take a nap?
Yeah, basically. The way home was actually it was pretty rough. I was in traffic for a while, but it was nothing too bad. You guys are worth it, I guess.
You know it.
love you.
Yep. We just finished the pulled pork today. Still got a bunch of brisket, so I'm still eating very healthy.
Pete is the best Airbnb Uber driver slash
Alex
whatever
Alex
you
said
want
he
to
had
call him.
3 drinks on his final flight home. I had
Ooh.
no
Make your
drinks
mom.
on the flight home.
See, I personally, I love flying to places because just when the second you go through TSA, like
No rules.
no rules. Like someone could tell you the sandwich is $13 and like, or a drink is 23 and you just don't care.
Like a ham and cheese and milk.
Yeah, you can have a bourbon
Milk.
at 7 a.m. Like nothing, like, or and a cheeseburger, just like for breakfast, like full blown dinner meal, and no one cares, no one judges you. It's just great, just great. And then you have a little
time means
nightcap,
nothing.
you know, on a plane, like same thing. I don't care how early the flight is. I'm ordering a little like scotch or bourbon, hitting that, and going straight to sleep. Like I don't care.
Would you want to share a nightcap? Sir, it's 10 a.m.
So
And this is a
It's
Wendy's.
night somewhere in the country.
yeah, and this is a Wendy's.
I'm working on the Japanese markets. I'm a very important businessman.
Yeah, just say like I'm a firefighter. I just got off.
Okay, so speaking of food at the airport, we have stories from both. I don't know. We bookend all of our stories. So on the way to Maker Camp, we took 3 steps outside the security gate that says "Do not like no re-entry."
Oh God, I forgot
And
about
we
this.
called you right then and it was like, "Hey, where are you? Hope you're here." And you said, "Yeah, in like 1 hour." We immediately tried to turn around and
Go
that was
back
not
in the
an
airport.
option.
They're like, no, you can't do that.
No.
And then we were like, "Okay, fine, let's find something to eat. We're all super hungry. Like, we'll just
Well,
we won't."
you guys
be
landed
little
so
gremlins."
early. You landed 30 minutes early. Nick called me saying he already had his bag. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was
You
expecting
also
you guys
had the
to
wrong
land.
time that we landed.
No, I
Yeah,
had
You had like
9:30.
half hour back.
Yeah, I had 9:30 for your landing. You guys landed
think-
at like 8:45.
I think you were on Hawaiian time.
I don't know.
Mm.
But so we start scrounging for food because we don't want to be, well, no, we did. We don't really care, but we thought we'd be polite and try not to be little gremlins when we got to your house.
That
Didn't work out. LaGuardia, super nice airport. 0 food options as
kinda
soon
lame.
as you get outside.
That's why you go into Newark.
Out
Tons
security.
of food.
It's the exact opposite of Epley.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
all the
no.
food's on
I
the
mean,
Please,
outside.
all
most
foods
airports around
from
here,
the
like
outside.
once you go past security, you're not like there's not really a lot of food options.
Yeah, they're like, "Get out of here. I'm walking here."
Yeah, there are a lot of walking people. But here's the
so
thing:
then-
this guy calls me and he's like, "Hey, what if we were like?" And I just found out that they're there like half an hour early, and I'm gonna be there in an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm already stressed out because I'm behind. And then this guy calls me and goes, "Hey, what if we like got an Uber just off campus, off of the airport, like somewhere to get food?" And I go, just immediately, I'm like, "Don't you dare!" And he's like, "Well, what if that's already happening?" And I went to a 15. I lost it in a car. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No, I'm kidding." Because here's the thing: if you don't
I can hear
understand
the rage.
how like LaGuardia and JFK and Queens and the area there works, is him taking an Uber 5 minutes away from like what looks like 5 minutes away from the airport. First of all, you're in the middle of just like Queens or whatever up there. It could potentially add like 45 minutes to the trip. Like just
We could literally see Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah, we were about ready to
across
take
the
a-
road.
We
This
then
is what
spent the
set
next-
me in a rage almost, right
Yeah,
here.
this is where we pissed off Dan. We spent the next 45 minutes wandering to every
walking.
single
Oh, there it
down,
is. Yep, that'll piss
around
off
and-
Dan.
Oh,
every
God.
single level, every single like causeway, walkway. We would have gone down shady underground tunnels. We were going to get ourselves to that gas station Dunkin'.
We got like halfway
We-
there. Across
We
the
got halfway
skywalk.
there, and then we looked, and it's like, oh, there's like just a crevasse. Like this is we're only at the
We call
halfway
them
point of
moats.
the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we gave up because Dan was about to physically violence us.
Also, we
We're
should
making Dan
really
work out.
save all of this for the podcast.
My
Oh yeah.
my hip was hurting because of this damn plane seat. So I was like, I'm done walking. I'm done.
Dan's hips don't lie. Shakira,
do not.
Shakira.
I'm getting old. My hips are bad.
Well, you know, if you flew into Newark, we would have gotten a break in the middle of your flight because it would have been a layover. Could get an
There
extra
would have been
drink.
more flying, and I would have been even more angry.
but we would have had a mid-flight meal. We should like balance that out. Let's think about that next year.
Yeah, maybe don't get to the airport and start pounding drinks and then get on a plane and continue pounding drinks.
Hey,
Alex,
I had a box of French fries as well.
I have Xanax in my pocket wherever I go. It is a must.
Dan is a Russian spy when it comes to Xanax. He has a molar that will crush when he needs it. If you see him ever grinding his teeth, he's not really pissed off. He's just trying to break that stupid capsule. It's like, oh,
Dan flexing his jaw muscle when he's trying to take his Xanax.
He's
don't
mewing.
Mewing. I need the music for mewing.
Morgan, you are incorrect. The Atlanta airport is the worst airport on earth.
Correct. That is correct. Atlanta and LAX. Awful. Hate them both.
Son of a you all.
But at least wait.
Him.
LAX
him.
at
What
least
is this bullshit?
Hang on.
Matt. No.
Oh,
are you seeing what we're seeing? Boot him.
Boot
He's
who?
gone. We are looking for a new
Brim.
guest.
What are you talking about?
Look at this guy.
I'm just repping the sponsor.
All right, muted him. Okay.
Can you blur his screen?
See, here's the thing about LAX. At least has freaking tacos. You can get tacos in a terminal and like legit ones.
I just hate the layout of LAX. It's like a maze to nowhere. I hate it so much.
I don't mind it. I don't. I cannot stand the Atlanta airport though. The whole place smells like urine. Like it's just a trash.
I've only
airport.
ever done layovers in Atlanta. I've never actually flown to it.
I've never laid over in Atlanta.
You never gotten laid over
because of Workbench Con.
I've had to lay over in Atlanta because it's a trash airport, and that's the only airport I've been stranded at and had to sleep in.
Oh, that is true. At least you guys didn't call me that you were at the wrong airport. That's good.
Turns out we booked in Newark and Pete drove the.
Apparently, there was a LaGuardia in the UK, Pete.
All right.
I thought that's how Morgan was going to have to get there. I thought he was going to have to take the only flight, and it was going to go to like Spain, and then he was going to have to catch a quick head back.
And isn't also the Atlanta airport was deemed the busiest airport in the U.S. It has the most layovers and sees the most traffic of any airport in the U.S., which means the most used toilet
it's the Delta hub.
Yes,
the most used toilet in the world is somewhere in the Atlanta airport. Just by sheer numbers.
It's in Terminal C or something like that. It's gotta be.
But that makes sense. Because the entire airport is a toilet, so people just pissing everywhere.
Yeah, but you know,
isn't that New Jersey?
I feel very strongly about the Atlanta airport.
We're not the toilet. New York City is just a big turlet. We're where the trash from New York goes.
Speaking of trash, do we have questions this week?
Wow, that's so rude. Let me play questions from some of our patrons.
We're way off track.
I don't like Dan being the one keeping us on track.
Yeah, this is the darkest timeline.
Also, I might be out of Lysol, which is upsetting because I had 2 jugs of Lysol specifically for this.
I was about to just be like, what the hell are you talking about Lysol? And then I realized what you're talking about.
Yeah, took me a sec.
My sweet jugs.
Don't. Oh my God, I can close. I apparently have a bunch of tabs open with just Maker Camp schedule, sponsors, Texas Woodworking Festival. Oh, we gave that away too. So one of you guys won the ticket to the Texas Woodworking Festival.
It was somebody Hayes.
Lady,
Jessica?
Sarah?
Somebody Hayes.
I'm blanking.
Sandra.
Dan knows exactly and will tell you what it is.
If I can get my email to open, I would.
One day.
Here it comes. Hey, my family's back home from the pumpkin patch.
Hey, the pumpkin patch.
Braden, my wife and kids went to Vala's and they were like, "You want to go?" No. Jennifer Hayes won the Texas Woodworking Festival.
Jennifer Hayes. Congratulations.
I can't stand Vala's.
By the way, did you guys see the message from David Wirt? He still has 353 miles to go.
He took a huge detour and went and visited Patrick or something.
Ugh, on purpose?
I think he went and visited some family too.
Yeah, he went to Mass or Connecticut, one of those. But
I think
David,
it's Connecticut.
Please don't.
Mass?
Yeah, do not. He went to see some grandkids, which is so weird to like think of Like David Wirt has grandkids. Makes me
Back in
feel
my
old.
day.
When I was your age, we had to pull our trailer by hand.
No, I didn't go bankrupt. My wife is frugal. That's why she went tonight, because it's like $15 a person versus $40 a person on the weekends.
Barf.
Our local farm actually put out like a "We're sorry" message because it's been so popular for Oktoberfest. They literally stopped traffic on 517 on the highway that leads to it. So they're like, "We're so sorry about the delays. Hope you guys accept that." And we're all like, "Oh, like it's fine. We're just used to you guys being busy." But like, it's so funny that they took it upon themselves. Like, "We're sorry we caused traffic jams."
Yeah, that sounds like the pumpkin patch here. I think that's probably just like standard procedure for all pumpkin patches.
Yeah.
They're just ridiculously busy.
They also posted something that made no sense in my brain. They posted a picture of, because they have a giant apple orchard, and they posted a pic of empty trees, and they said, "We're officially all sold out of apples for apple picking." And I was like, those run out? Like, I feel like I've never. Okay, cool. Oh, man, that place is busy. I don't know what's in the water there, but they're always packed. I mean, you guys saw it when we were driving by. It's nuts.
I think we need to get out of woodworking and just into
Guys, pumpkin rides,
pumpkin patching,
pumpkin patch rides, hay
work
rides,
2.5 months a year,
mustache rides,
all basic,
all the rides.
Oh yeah, like a rickety handmade roller coaster, a couple of like ponies that
Like
just have
just
seen
people
some
riding a
shit.
bunch of pony clamps.
You're right there.
It's just like Glove World, but it's woodworker clamp world. So dumb. All right, well, speaking of so dumb, because Dan already insinuated that, let's listen to our questions. All right, start with this one. This is from Randy, I believe from Very Expensive Connecticut. He actually called in last week. Oh, Maker's Ways here. What's up, El Jefe? All right, and what? I'm not gonna make
Victor's
this mistake.
here as well.
I think Jeff is just here
Malcolm.
to steal material. I heard that bad chop sounds advice.
Just bad shop sounds. I like that. Let's just stick
Another bad shop sounds advice. All right, here's Randy.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's Randy from Connecticut, or now known as 203 Designs. I have a question for you guys. I know it's kind of late. I'm hoping it makes the podcast. I need to replace my chop saw. And I'm trying to figure out, do I go with a battery-operated chop saw from Ryobi, or do I stay with a corded chop saw? So the question I have is, when is it a good time to switch from corded power tools to battery-operated tools? Thank you. Bye.
Good question.
Time and place.
Strong opinions.
Oh, I have opinions.
I answer this now, right?
Noah.
All the answers.
Noah.
Morgan says if Jeff ever asks you to get on his shoulders, politely but firmly decline.
Yeah, I don't.
Drop you.
Why do you think my neck is stiff?
Is there a story there, Morgan?
I have a spinal column injury from Jeff being on my shoulders.
You like that?
That's a penis
So
joke.
did Morgan think he wasn't tall enough? That he had to get taller?
Yeah, I don't see what the problem would be.
Was there like a chicken fight or something?
Longer than most people's bodies, so he just stood up.
Dan, they don't call them chicken fights. They call them something else.
Tower fights?
Tower fights. Yes.
I'm going to be honest. Jeff asked me anything at all, I'm going to politely but firmly decline.
Jeff asked me anything, I'll probably do it. He just has those eyes and those
Morgan
thighs.
need to be 2 feet taller. Don't we all? Morgan definitely, though.
No, he couldn't be any taller because if he gets taller, they're not going to make skinny jeans in his size. He's going to have to go to regular jeans.
Do you
I didn't
have
even
to
think
special
Jeff
order?
was 2 feet tall.
Morgan, do you have to special order your skinny jeans as it is? Can you get those at Target or
from the Slim and Tall? Where does the Slender Man get his skinny jeans?
You do actually have to special order those?
What do you like, a 30 waist and like a 42 length?
It's like the opposite of what I wear. I wear 4230.
Oh, do you?
He has an Alibaba contact, and he gets all of the mist made jeans, and he's just like, "Yep, those are mine. Give them to me."
He just buys pants for like stilt walkers.
Nick had to buy new pants at Maker Camp. So much.
Keith Johnson, my pants.
Oh no!
Yeah, we were just standing there, just a group of us, and Keith Johnson shit in our pants.
No.
I feel like I missed so much.
There's a really funny story to that, but I'm worried that Keith is gonna hear the joke before he hears the context of the joke.
He's probably watching right now. He doesn't watch. Jerry watches, but Jerry watches at full volume, so that means Keith overhears everything.
Jerry watches the full volume.
Jerry's a big fan. I mean, I have receipts to prove it.
I want to tell the story in the podcast, but I have to tell it now because Keith is going to be wondering.
Yes, please explain it.
We were standing in a group, Jeff, Zach, and Nick and I, in the Total Boat tent, and somebody, I'm not going to say who, makered their way to just ripping the most toxic ass that I've ever smelled in my life. But we turn around and he was waiting for this old guy to walk by so that he could blame it on this guy. And the guy did like a right turned.
Oh no!
So what happened? And it was a frantic look around, who's here? And Keith just happened to be standing right behind us. And it was, I think Keith Johnson just shit in my pants.
So you just try to blame him? So rude.
It was purely a case of wrong place, wrong time.
You guys are so mean to Keith. I mean, he has it coming with that other podcast, but
Since Keith was listening, Keith, I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't get to see Keith.
Dodged a bullet there, Keith.
Yeah, really.
I also he's so fancy with his little check mark and stuff. He was fart framed.
He didn't even know.
He was fart framed.
No. Dan, show title, please. It's
Keith
fart
Johnson
framed.
was fart framed.
Oh god. All right, next question is from Sarah.
Alrighty, friends. Let's get real. It is time for Etsy season. What are the must-haves and no's for packaging supplies, shipping, all of that thing? Because you all
we do a whole
know
episode
kind
on
of
that?
what happened to me the last week or so. So I need to push Etsy sales. Love you all. It was great meeting you in person, other than Peter, because I've seen him a million times. Love you, man.
Ouch.
But yeah, top
screw
tips
that
for
guy.
Etsy
I'm
selling
suing.
for the holidays.
I lost my notepad.
Hey, Pete, politely but firmly, F yourself.
At your earliest
all I heard.
convenience, go F yourself. No rush. When you have a moment, just go F yourself. All right, next question's from Alex Adams.
Hey guys, it's Alex at Type A Furniture, and my favorite things from Maker Camp. First one is the projects that we got to make turned out great as presents for the family. I made a leather koozie and drew a horse profile on it for my wife so she can take that to her horse shows. And I made some chopsticks for my son, who has been really big into sushi and noodles the past few months, and he has used them every single day since he has gotten them. And then having all the fun games and activities in between those events and during the evenings, because it made it a lot of fun to get to know people and just have something to do while we were chatting. Oh, and of course, the AWP pizza party was a blast and was probably the most talked about event that was exclusive at Maker Camp.
It was very exclusive.
Okay, the check must
So
have cleared
exclusive
because
that it made a few people angry.
yeah,
Very exclusive Connecticut.
that check must have cleared because Alex said everything that we sent him over on the talking points. Yes, that party was fire.
I have questions. Usually, I get it, the Nebraska sushi joke, but seriously, he's in bum F the middle of Nebraska. sushi.
At least we live by an airport.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
a California roll tastes the same almost anywhere.
Except California.
Except California, yeah, because
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got him.
in California it comes with a big Prop 95 or whatever, 65 sticker on it. I am very jealous that Alex got to do the leather koozie. I saw Kamani did it too. I love Ethan. I've been wanting to do a class with him like every year, and it always books up or I'm busy with something else. I'm just living my life out there. But
Standing.
I know,
and
man.
Politely but firmly effing yourself.
And just doing this, like the entire all the clips from the pizza party is just me bobbing a baby. I actually felt so bad because I walked away several times to just because the baby started crying around that time, and I wasn't quite present there. So if you were there and you're like, where the hell's Pete? I was standing somewhere just effing myself.
A lot of people were like, man, where is Pete? Like, is he not part of the podcast anymore?
No, we're looking for another
Nick
host. That's
part
why
of the
Nick's here.
podcast?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to work on Nick's background though. Although Malcolm
enough
seems to
lights.
like it.
Yeah,
It's soundproofing.
here's the thing.
No, it's not soundproofing. He's just embarrassed of his shop.
Here's the thing. There's
Right.
nothing that wrong with it. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. But the fact that it's slightly askew, it's
Yeah, and
not
you can see
100%.
the corner. The corner.
Also, the corner has been
bothering.
bothering me. Thank you. That was my second point. The corner has been
What
bothering me
is it-
so much.
Is it daylight back there?
What is
Where
it?
Yeah, what
are
is going
you?
on?
No, wait.
Where
What's?
are
Are
you?
you just in the
It's my shop
backyard?
lights.
Wait, let me see
you in
the.
I got the
Thailand?
sun
Wait,
attached to my ceiling.
Pull that away a little bit. I want to see where you're at.
I want to see behind your curtain.
Why
Oh,
does
okay.
it?
Oh,
Why
God,
did?
put it back? Put
No,
it
no.
back.
Hang on. Why does it look like it's a green screen behind him? And the green screen shows the shop.
The plants in the little corner that's showing through me. I'm like, wait a minute, is he outside?
This would be the most elaborate thing if that was a green screen that he had a picture of the shop, but he was blocking it with that. There's a Vine. This is how old I am. There was a Vine before TikTok of a streamer that was like, "You
Malcolm.
want to see what's in the fridge?" He had a fridge in his background for like years. He walks over to it, and it's just a cutout of a fridge, and it was just randomly in his background to make it look like a kitchen. That's Nick right now. Just a fake saw stop. All right. Next one's from Malcolm.
Hey guys, my favorite memory was actually before Maker Camp when we hung out in Pete's backyard with the three knuckleheads and Emma and the baby, and we had the Northern Lights show up in the sky. We watched Pete shoot fireworks at
That was
Braden.
amazing.
That was pretty
It
cool.
was a magical night, actually. So thank you for that.
It was a magical
My
night.
favorite memory of actual Maker Camp was the side quest with the axe handle that Nick Birchtold sent me on. I will be telling that story in a longer series of videos, but I just wanted to say, had a great time. Looking forward to next time.
Oh, Malcolm, I wish you kind of went in depth on that one.
Years from now, he's gonna be telling
He's got to
his
save it for his
grandkids,
content.
Back in my day, I was in the woods, and a man named Titty Nick gave me an axe handle and a quest.
I'm just gonna say this: we don't deserve Titty Nick. He is the nicest man ever. He is just straight up the sweetest guy. I've watched him interact with people that like he doesn't know or any. Just so nice, so polite, so humble. Love
Is it
that
too
dude.
late to get him on?
Oh, we need to get him on.
Can we switch Nick's?
Honestly, get a different Nick.
Hard swap.
Is it too late?
I was
But-
telling Malcolm that it was my axe handle because it said NB on it.
Oh,
Nick,
I never
Brim.
noticed that.
I see it. All right, so the last one is from Thomas, all the way from across the pond.
From very
Hey,
expensive
it's Thomas,
friends.
and my Maker Camp question is not what you liked the most, the least, or how many times hands were kissed and Juniper was shook. What I want to know is which of you
Don't touch
gained the most weight. All right, now a non-Maker Camp question. I'm using more and more the rotary tool on my laser to make my turned design a bit more original. I use the rotary tool that is sold for the Arthur laser, and it works great for small designs, but I also want to cut into larger and heavier pieces, and the chuck doesn't really hold well enough to my taste. Do you know any brands that offer a better rotary tool or at least a better chuck to hold the pieces? All right, bye.
Definitely gonna need that one translated.
There's
Je
a
ne sais
trend.
quoi.
Don't worry, it came with a
¿Dónde
transcript.
está la biblioteca?
I think he mentioned how many people shook Juniper's hand or foot. I had
Don't touch
to
the baby.
I had to beat off several people with a stick.
Oh, I'm glad you put that last part on there.
Juniper had the best bodyguards of all of Maker.
Oh my god.
We
yeah,
were
MVP.
just short of suits and earpieces. I was actually kind of hoping somebody would make a move. I had some energy that needed to be directed.
The problem is like people are so fast. And I was very real with Emma about like people will touch her. She's like, no, she got like upset with me. I'm like, no, I'm not being an asshole here. Like someone's gonna just sneak in, be real quick. Because
Explain
even
why you don't want people touching her.
Oh,
not because you're a jerk, but because
no, because like she just turned 2 months old. She hasn't had any of her like shots or vaccinations yet. She actually just had them today. So like she wasn't. This is the first time she was around more than like 2 people. I mean, aside from me and Emma, like it's the first time that she was really exposed to a lot of people, a lot of germs and other stuff. And the last thing we wanted for her to, catch something from people. Because here's the thing, almost every year since COVID, there's been like hey, there's a couple of us that have COVID. Just be careful, get tested, blah, blah, blah. This year it's probably more of like, hey,
I have
we all
tuberculosis.
spent the night with Morgan Hop, get tested. So it was a lot of that. Basically, I just kept saying that Juniper, she bites. I'd be like very serious about it. No, she bites. Be careful, she bites. People would be like, ha ha ha, what happened?
She bites.
So don't don't touch her because of that. And it
I
worked.
would walk up to Emma, like talking to people like Luke and Priscilla, and I just walk up and be like, "Don't touch the baby."
Don't touch me. Yeah. No, you guys were great.
touch the
You guys
baby.
were amazing with that playing security. But it was good.
Okay, I got a bone to pick.
But you got a
I
bone?
swear Brunt waits until I order something new.
Right?
And then they're like, oh, hey, that thing that you just desperately want, we're dropping that now.
Being awfully needy.
What was that? Did you get?
The
even
Vast
asked about
Binder, they've got a new square toe cowboy boot
Ooh.
with a non-slip sole.
Wait, what's the name of that one?
The Vast Binder welted.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I have a different one that's a cowboy boot to slip on.
Yeah, no, you've got the roundy ones. These are these
Bullock-
actually kind
Bullock
of
or
look
something
a
like that?
lot like Ariats,
Ooh,
but better because the sole
really
looks
a
better.
cowboy boot. We got to get Dan some cowboy boots.
No thanks.
Some Onomons.
I wore my Onomans.
Oh no, man.
Saturday during the pizza party day, and I was only there for like 4 hours. My feet were so much pain.
Dan's boots
I
were
hate
not
boots.
made for walking. Well,
My feet are not made for boots and walking.
Oh, these
You
look
got
really
It was
nice.
Sunday because it was raining, and
You
then
got
you wore them in the
boots.
car on the way home.
That's correct. That's correct.
As soon as we
Sunday.
walked in the door, you're like, "Get these things off of me!"
I mean, you had
So
boots made
bad.
by
Oh,
Skechers.
I have the
so-
Bulldog. That's what I have.
I have a pair of those
Bold
too. Actually,
Duke. Those are that's a nice little high boot. I got made fun of for one pair of my boots that I have by 2 people, and it embarrassed me enough to not wear them. I'm kidding. I still wear them, but it's
Well, they
I
have
have
tassels.
the ring low risers, so they just look like tactical dad shoes. but honestly, so freaking comfortable. Like anytime I'm like, all right, I need to like have some protection, whatever, but I don't want to wear a boot. Like in the summer was actually amazing to not have them like all the way up my, hiding my sexy ankles. I wanted those ankles out, but I still wanted that little comp toe in there, little extra protection. Yeah, the ring boots were actually nice. Also, this is not an ad for Brunt. We all just started liking it.
sure feels like it.
Hey, listen, I like them.
They don't pay us,
I
Definitely do
mainly
not.
told the story for the fact that like people made fun
Okay.
of me that they were tactical dad shoes. And I'm like, first of all, great description. My brother-in-law
You need to
once
get this lawn mode. Alpha Bravo.
Have you guys ever worn like or 511 is a company like that? They make like my brother-in-law calls them
I've been to
tactical
7-Eleven.
dad gear.
That's the cousin of 1116, right?
Yeah, Paul's apparel
The
company.
half brother.
Don't they usually sell exclusively to 7-Eleven?
Does
Yeah.
the Slurpee come in it?
Whoa. Doing the well, but once a month
Drink
you
it
can
right
go.
out of
You
it.
can show up with the boot and fill it as a container.
DOS boot?
Oh, geez. All right, we should get into the show because we got
Yeah,
Nick Brim, and he's on borrowed time because he's got a bedtime.
it's way past his bedtime already.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all
Aw.
like 20 minutes.
and we got to wrap. The show's gonna be real fast. It's gonna be a lot of Nick AI.
This
That's
is
why I
our
did the
first-
background, is so you could just plug me in wherever.
Yeah,
you need to.
exactly.
We'll just, I mean, we've got enough content over the years of him. We could probably put together a pretty solid,
Like when the
AI.
voice of Chef on South Park died, and they just like spliced together an episode, like random.
Yeah, out of all of us, Nick has the realest job.
Hello there, children.
He's actually he
we
does
all
things
have
and he's in
jobs.
charge.
I had fun.
Not
at
important.
Camper Camp.
Yeah, Nick does have a real job. Oh, Adam Barnett's here. Just missed that.
Oh, perfect time to end it.
You
No,
looked
he's
right
dead
over
to me.
him. He's-
Mhm.
I loved seeing Adam Barnett and his wife in a trench coat with a fake beard, bullying people
with the
that didn't have-
revolvers.
with revolvers that didn't have tickets.
Did you guys notice that giant cowboy has dual revolvers
Did he
Uh-huh.
under
actually?
his trench coat? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but they're little water pistols and they're filled with vodka.
Just or one's a
He tried to
lighter,
pull 'em on Braden and
one's a
I the
lighter,
first
one's
day.
vodka.
Where's your wristband?
Yeah, we got guns pulled on us in the first 14 minutes of camper camping.
And they weren't finger guns.
Pew, pew.
Where are your wristbands?
Show me your wristbands. Quit resisting. I mean, we went in the first night, like me and Emma just walked in, like we're gonna get our wristbands tomorrow. We're not hands-oning anything tonight. Like it's after I think we showed up at like
The
6:30.
cowboy didn't care.
He didn't care. But the
we
next
had
day,
we had the enthusiasm and we looked like we were going to put our hands on something.
He's like a champion gunslinger. I believe it. He's got that vibe.
everything tracks. Also,
And
for the
Braden's like,
first,
do you know who I am? And he's just like, no.
And he
Oh, did
pulled
you
out his
really try
other
to-
revolver?
did
need
you
to
really try to
escort
pull
you
that?
out.
No.
I was gonna say. I also for the first like 5 minutes thought it was. There's a guy that comes to Workbench Con. He's in like full, like not quite cowboy gear, but like he's got the overalls, like full farmer setup. I forget his handle. He's an actual woodworker that he comes to that event, and I thought that was maybe
I
him.
think he was at Maker Camp.
Oh,
too.
was he there
Yeah.
too? Ah, I'm
Yeah.
always.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his handle.
Yeah, Blackthorn Sheriff. He was a deputy. Come on, let's not upgrade him. Papa Chad.
there you go.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right.
Speaking of cowboys, I still have to pull the winner for that map.
Speaking of Cowboys, they got their ass handed to them by the Lions. You guys see that?
Meow.
That was last week.
No.
Sorry.
Okay,
No.
Football.
Go sports.
Dan,
Go
I need you to
sports.
pick a number between 1 and 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. 1 and 27.
34.
Okay, that is 34. Wait, that's not between those two numbers.
13.
I'm still going with 3.
13.
You
Shuffle,
asked
shuffle,
me.
shuffle.
Why did you even ask me if you're not going to listen to me?
Because you're not spitting out a number. You're just.
I said 3 times.
I talked over
Three. You said 3.
Yes.
Our winner is of the
Nick
map
Brim.
for St. Jude's. It's Building Jessica, Big City
What?
Jessica.
Rigged.
Just rigged.
I get it.
She also dropped the most entries into here.
Sell out.
By a pretty substantial amount. So
She spent $300.
How dare she care about
and I saw-
childhood
and I
cancer?
How
I
how
somehow
awkward
ordered-
would it have been if I won and I picked the number?
I was ready to fake that was not a thing.
Adam Barnett, just because someone has a smaller sticker than you doesn't mean it's a small sticker. Okay.
I have a perfectly average size sticker.
Wait,
I've been
guys.
told.
Speaking of stickers, you know the one bathroom that's by the pavilion, right? There's a mirror inside,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
slowly throughout the weekend, it started getting filled up with stickers. Do you think that someone's job is to just peel all those off?
Oh yeah. Because it happened last year too.
Or do you
I'm
think they
pretty
just
sure.
go, you know what? Hammer and just take it out and then put a new one in. I feel like they just have a box, like a 20 pack of mirrors.
Box of mirrors.
They got a deal.
Every festival,
mirrors.
dude, they just pull them out. I
Some year
100%
we're gonna show up and
because
they're
if
gonna have a wall of
someone
mirrors.
has to do that by hand, and then they get to like a Kamani sticker where like you peel it and half of it stays on. The worst.
Yeah, did you see that Adam Barnett put his sticker like dead center?
Did you
on that
really?
thing?
I
Just
think
right in the middle.
Was it dead
That
center in the
was-
middle? I saw
I'm
one
sure
in
that's
kind of
gonna stay
lower,
there.
but it kind of got filled up around it.
That was super
It
rude.
just covered
of-
the whole mirror. You couldn't even see anything.
Barnett
on it.
billboard.
That was super rude of Adam specifically to put his sticker right there in the middle. Like,
Adam's sticker is massive, and it just says "injured" with a question mark, and then it says Barnett builds.
yeah, I can't believe that he put his sticker just right in the middle where everybody had to look at it.
Oh wait, what was that dumb billboard we passed? It was like, "I got injured in NJ.com" or something, right? It's so stupid. My God, they'll sell a billboard to anyone.
Yeah,
Anyways,
as long as you got money. Speaking of which, who's our sponsor for this week's episode?
I
You got one?
I
The
got
Joinery
in-
Podcast.
no, shut your face.
No.
WTB Woodworking.
Another Woodshop podcast sponsored by I got injured in NewJersey.com.
It's my money, and I want it now. Speaking of which, we'll see y'all next week, guys. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye.